Welcome to another Nerdy Collector Show. Hello, everybody, and thank you, everybody in the chat. Got Digger Jim, Lady Fantastic. Cliff Comics is in the house. You guys rock. Christina Payne, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. La Cruces, 1971 from Mexico. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And anybody who shows up in the chat, I'll get to you in a minute. So a couple things I got to do really quick. Big shout out to the community. I am looking for something. It's a Funko. Okay. What I know of it so far, it's a New York Comic Con edition of Caroline. She's wearing flowered pajamas. It's for a buddy of mine. If you come across it, let the G-Man know. Send me a message and I'll get back to you. All right. Cool. And cannot forget one of my good buddies down in Florida that I got a chance to see back in October, Tim from We Love Comics. If you guys don't know who this guy is, you got to go check him out. Go check out his store. His store is fantastic. So Tim, big shout out to you. Now, with all that said, we got a nice guest on today, which is fantastic. I'm very proud of him. So Travis, here you go, buddy. And on with the show. Bam. Let's go.
What is up, everybody? I am TM Motherflippin' Nerdy, and this right here is the Nerdy Collective Show. Get some towels ready because things are about to get wet.
Good day. How you doing, buddy? That was cool. How you doing? Nice. It's finally awesome to get you here. So I really appreciate it. This is a Q&A about you. So, dude, thank you for being here very much. Seriously. Hope you have a good time.
Thanks for the
Now,
invite,
let's
man.
get my
I
guest
really
on here.
appreciate
Here
it.
we go. Wham, wham, wham.
Well, nobody told me to get a poncho ready, but now I got to go get a poncho. Huh?
Steve, how you doing, buddy? Welcome.
Not bad.
All right, next.
Two seconds, you told him. 2 seconds. That's 4.5 minutes. I timed it.
Hey, I did it pretty good there. That was good. It's all right. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Wham.
Hey, not only was that 4.5 minutes, but he used damn near every photo that TM sent him for that intro. I'm like, damn, how long is this, man?
It was good though. Did you like it? Did you like it, Travis?
I did. I was. I like the music too. I was
Cool.
bobbing backstage. I was like,
Cool.
man, I'm getting grooving back here, getting ready for the show.
That's what it's about. All right, one more co-host. Good buddy of mine. Here we go. Wham.
Hello, YouTubians. How are y'all doing today? Mr. Wagloves here. Glad to be here. You will actually see just my white hands today. My
No
I'll
gloves.
have Shadow Puppet Show later on.
Not the usual intro we get from Mr. White Gloves, but I'll take it.
Yeah, everybody has turned down their. They knew I was coming on, so they turned down their volume, and now they can hear me.
All right, I gotta get to the chat really quick. You guys are awesome. Cliff, thank you. Awesome, you guys. So, gentlemen, how is everybody's week then? How's the collecting going? All that good stuff. Anything new this week? Big time, big shout out to you, Travis, hitting that 1K. Excellent, congratulations. So, bravo.
Well,
Totally a big
we'll see.
supporter.
We'll see Roscoe and Sean. Is it a week or is it a? Yeah, it's a week, right?
About 2
If we're
weeks.
making, yeah, about 2 weeks.
Cool.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody in the chat. Really appreciate it. We got Great Man. Yay, buddy. How are you?
Well,
Sydney.
he's be popping on for a little bit, and then he'll be popping off to go to his little thing. His
Cool.
what is it? His other show.
Yeah, cover
Cover
slingers.
thing.
Cover
Cover
Slinger.
Slingers, that's it. Yeah.
Collecting has been slow because it's hard to go collecting when your tires are froze to the ground.
You been getting the freezing down there? The freezing weather down there?
We got the -7 and -4 this last weekend, and
Today
yeah.
it was -14 early this morning.
Jesus
Well,
Negative 14. Yeah.
Wednesday and Thursday though it was 70 degrees.
Oof. Yeah,
So,
I gotta move. Somewhere warm.
But
I'm having to
now-
worry about getting washed away.
but now it's about 39 out there. So, yep. But no new stuff. But
No
I
new
could
stuff?
show some posters, man.
Always old school. That's good. That's good. Me too. Today I got a couple things that came in. All right, sorry. Here goes the porno music. So hold on. I'll turn it down, way down.
Well, it's not too bad.
Is it that kind of stream? Like, do I have to like take off some clothing?
No. All right. So I want to show you guys first. This is a Q&A with Travis. So please, anybody in the chat got a question for Travis? I have a question I'm going to ask right away. So hang on, Travis. Let me put the little headliner down there. There we go. So you guys out there, I put a bunch of links in this post. So stuff to Travis to show, shows for everybody in the links is down below. So please go check them out. Last week's show is on there as well. So get you all updated. So Travis, I have a question for you. I'm trying to get used to my damn camera, so I apologize. I'm back and forth. So what is your goal, Travis? And why did you start a YouTube channel? You've probably been asked this before, but tell people that have seen you for the very first time on here. Just go ahead.
Well, it was never my goal to ever start a YouTube channel. And that during I started it. I'm one of those YouTube COVID people who started their YouTube channel during the time COVID happened, and I just started it because I was getting so close with people in the community, Jennifer, Comics Will Break Your Heart, always in her chat.
Absolutely.
Getting really close with her, really close with Bueller, Bullseye Bob at this time. All of those people I really got close with. Bearded Comic Bro, Will from Will the Beast. He changed his name a few times on YouTube.
Yeah,
I got close with them, and I was just like, you know what, I want to get closer with people. And then I was like, you know what, I'll just start a YouTube channel and see if I can jump on streams with these people. And it worked out in my favor. Started chatting with the comic community, got a lot of people on that show. Took breaks in between, but then just got closer and closer with people as I went. I had a lot of people on chatting with the comic community, but then I brought my interview skills to Between the Lines. I wasn't always on Between the Lines, and that I got brought in later on. They were on a hiatus. They came back. They asked me to be a third wheel on the show, and then Cardboard Crazies jumped off. Now it's just been me and Roscoe for the last over a year now doing Between the Lines. So it's my interview skills, his art skills brought together. I'm not an artist, but I'm on an art show. We have a lot of people on there. But yeah, it was more to get closer to people in this community because, to be honest with you, I have nobody around me that talks about this nerdy type of stuff at all. Me
neither.
I feel your pain. I used to have a girlfriend back when I was 20, and I want to watch Iron Man 2, and she was like, "Grow up." And I was like, really? That's the type of mentality they have around here, that nobody watches that type of stuff around here. We do get a few occasional people, but I always felt compressed, not able to talk to anybody about this kind of stuff. And it was just I don't know, I was in the nerd closet, and I wanted to get out and express myself, but I couldn't because there was nobody else to express myself with. So I'm glad for this community, and that's why, I don't think I could ever want a better goal. My goal now is to hit 4,000 watch hours. Yeah. That's about it. But other than that, I don't see how I can go any higher than where I've gotten to with meeting all of these amazing people in this community. Now I'm able to talk to, starting Wednesday, I'm going to be compiling news and stuff that we can talk to full panel for how many hours, who knows, about nerdy stuff, comics, pop culture news and stuff that I don't get to talk to anybody about, and I really want to have that voice. So I don't think I really can go any further than I am.
Dude, that's awesome. Bravo. Hell yeah. Love it. Gentlemen, if you got questions for TM, we'll show stuff in a little bit, but first, this is about Travis. So for right now, ask your questions in the chat. Gentlemen on the panel today, please light them up.
Travis,
what other things are you interested in?
What other things am I interested in? Well, I'm a huge TV lover. Besides comic books, I'm really into TV over movies. Movies, a lot of people do and that love, but I'm huge into TV shows. I love checking out new TV shows that nobody is even watching. I think that's what consumes my life the most. But I do like video games. Sadly, I don't have a system at the moment, but I would have to say my favorite type of games would have to be, I like all the Mario games, and I do like Final Fantasy VII and the remake. I'm sad that I don't have a system to get Rebirth, so I'm literally going to do something I never thought I would do, and watch gameplays once it releases.
That's fun, actually, to watch sometimes.
So I'm gonna live through them. But I do like that. When I was younger, I used to play a lot of sports. Never got into watching sports or talking about sports. When I hear people talking about sports, it's just like I'm hearing the Charlie Brown teachers and adults. That's all I hear from them. But I used to play as a kid. Exactly. I used to play baseball, and then I used to play basketball, and that was about it. Being from Canada, you'd think that I'd play hockey, but I didn't like. I don't want to get up at 5 a.m. for practice to go out onto an ice rink. So
I get it.
Hey, Travis, what is the hardest aspect or the hardest aspect of doing interviews on your show? What do you find it difficult to do about the interviews? Some of the people.
Trying to get a different type of story, like, because you always want to ask them the same type of thing, how you got into comic collecting / reading, and some people get into the same thing, so it's just kind of feels repetitive a lot of the time. So you kind of want to change it up as much as you can, doing interviews and change up the questions as well. I don't prep my questions. I just kind of, when they come in and they start talking about themselves and stuff, I play off of what they're talking about, and then I just, as soon as they, like, if I hear them say a certain thing, I'd be like, okay, you said that, let's go back to that. I want to talk about that. That seemed interesting to me. And that I never have a plan, so it might be most of the time is kind of thinking about stuff on the spot, because I never want to go in there with a plan, because you never know how an interview is going to go. It could go one way, and then your whole plan goes out the drain. So you're just like, yeah, you know what? I'll just go in there and think of stuff off the top of my head. And that's probably the hardest thing, but the best thing to do.
Follow-up question to that. Have you ever had an interview that you said, oh, crap, without mentioning names, this might be a mistake? Have you run across that yet?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like in the back of my head, I'm just like, yeah, without saying names, I'm just like, this isn't a very good, like, I don't find this person interesting at all. Sadly to say, that does cross the mind, and that, but you just kind of got to push through it and stuff, and just, it ends up getting better, but at the same time, you just find stuff very dull. It's not, because you're not gonna like everything. Like that, what that person is probably talking about, 25 other people would probably find very interesting. I just didn't find it very interesting at the time when I was listening to it. So yeah, there's been times where I'm just like, in the back of my head, I'm just like, oh, this is dragging on. Like, I'm looking at the time and I'm just like, oh, okay, like, let's move this along. But like I said, it might be just me not finding that interesting. And that's just, we're humans. We're not made to like everybody. We're not made to like everything that everybody likes. We do have things that we don't like. So that's one thing I do remember, is just being bored during an interview.
So Travis, talking about video games, did you see that Square Enix is going to be bringing back the Secret of Mana role-playing game?
No, I did not.
Yes, I just watched it. It was the Publishers Direct, and they are showing some of the new games that are going to come out. And that was one of them. So they're bringing back the Secret Mana back to the role playing again. So that's cool.
Hey,
what was it called again, J-Man?
Secret. I think it's called Secret of Mana. It was a role playing game back in the early 90s. It was on cartridge, actually. Now they're porting it over. It looks phenomenal. It was on the Video Games Direct.
All right, can I go now?
Absolutely, buddy. Go right ahead. Sorry.
So Travis, did you envision where you will be at right now? You know, being at 1,000 subscribers. You know, considering when you first started out, you know, you was primarily an unboxing channel, and you was always like promoting other channels, because you did a great job promoting a lot of people on YouTube, and that was one of your big assets. You know, throughout your 3-year tenure here, was promoting other channels while also building your own channel. So did you envision seeing it come so fast that you reached this plateau, this level of subscribers?
No, to be honest with you, no. I did not think that I would ever reach this moment in time, because like, I did unboxings, I did shout out other channels, but I was never like a public speaker or a guy to be outspoken on anything and that. So whenever I started chatting with the comic community, that was what really got me into being more comfortable with talking to people. Like, not only did this platform like able me to talk to people about nerdy things, but it also helped me talk to people in general, because I have nerves and that. Like, if you ever met me in person, it's hard for me to open up. It's hard for me to talk to people. I get nervous, and that this community has really helped me kind of push through that nervousness and be able to be outspoken as I am today. So not only did my channel grow, I grew with it, grew as a person, and yeah, I'm proud to say that I've done a lot of great things throughout this community, with chatting with the comic community, with Between the Lines, and that I've pushed further past where I thought I would be in 3 years. I never thought I'd be at this moment in time at all. Not let alone being at 1,000 subscribers, having memberships now, and then just actually starting up a news show where I talk about news and that, just like kind of like a news channel in a way. I never thought I would be here at all. So I thank everybody that kind of pushed me, helped me get to this point, because if I didn't have the amazing people that I had in this community to talk to, I don't think I'd be at this point. I'm getting a little nervous right now just talking about it.
It's hard, isn't it? I agree. That was
I think we all,
and those nerves do not go away. Like, I got nervous before the show. I get nervous before I even record like a video or an unboxing video. You go, like, how many takes take? You're like, no, what are you doing? Like, you've done this so many times before. Why are you still getting nervous? But those nerves never go away.
No,
but
they don't.
I must say they do get better as you go.
They do, because I remember I was the same way when I first did my YouTube. Everybody was pressuring me to do a YouTube video, and then when I finally did one, everybody's like, yo, now you got to keep it up. And I was like, I don't know about keeping it up, but I kept doing it. And then when I first started doing live, that's when I started feeling a bit more comfortable with myself. And now I just do the shows with BB. I do the shows on the Comic Hall crew, and even sometimes I have, interviews on my channel when I used to do my show on the Saturday. But yeah, it's been fun. I enjoy it, and I'm glad that you're enjoying it and you've grown over these last 3 years, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, and that comfort zone too. Like, the comfort zone does come in effect too. Like, me and Roscoe can do lives together. It doesn't matter who our guest is. We can have Kyle Strahm on, and we'd act the same together, because that comfort level of us being just that close to each other. Because we not only do streams together like every Monday, but we talk on the phone, like video chat with each other quite a bit. So we've become very, very close. And once you get that comfort zone with somebody, you forget about everything else. You could have 50 people in the chat, but you're with your buddy and you're chilling out. You're having a great time doing a show. So that's another thing that is in effect.
It doesn't hurt to be a little narcissistic and have a big mirror and just stare into it and talk to yourself. I found myself drifting off in my own eyes, staring at my own eyes, and just feeling the love for myself, and that's how I got over it.
Is that how the lip marks got on that?
No,
Take a little bit too far.
I've never kissed myself, but I'll invite guests over to stare in the mirror at me.
Please tell me you wasn't listening to this kind of music as you're just looking at yourself in this mirror.
No, I listen to
Don't worry even
a bit more upbeat music. I listen to like Rhino Bucket, I'm just putting my 2 gloves in on this conversation.
You guys, it's hard to talk. See, Travis, my biggest issue is there's a few people. One cool dude out there, Gary B. I want to go to the Gary B show, but I have a hard time talking. Listen, believe it or not, I have a hard time talking about myself. That's really difficult for me to do. And I dropped a video for
Namen.
Who was it? Namen.
You dropped a video about Mutant?
And I was just like, you talking about nerves? I still get that way. It's really weird. And the queen is always asking, goes, "You're fine, you're fine."
Hey, nobody was more nervous than when Bat City Comics was asking him a question,
Oh,
He
yeah,
kept avoiding the question.
Yeah, he kept avoiding the question. Where
That
you
was
from?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, Travis. A small world. We do this on YouTube Live. I barely do pre-recorded videos, so if it happens live, it happens live. Pretty simple. But there is a guy down in Florida. We went to a comic store, beautiful
Best City
store.
Comics.
Big shout out to Bat City Comics and Brian. You guys, that was awesome. We go in there, and it's a married couple that own the store, right?
Yeah.
And apparently the boys were talking to the owner and said, listen, this guy here that we're bringing to your store is from Wisconsin. And he's like, what? And apparently he came up to me, and I don't know why I avoided the question. Because of that, he goes, where in Wisconsin are you from? I guess 15 minutes later, I finally, oh yeah, he lived like 20 miles from me. 20 miles from me. He knew this
I thought
town.
it was 20 minutes later, but okay.
Well, you know, Robert, that bad habit of getting out of since you was in the witness protection program of telling everybody where you was at. It's hard to get out of that habit.
Anyway, it was fun though. Really nice couple. Excellent store, by the way, you guys. Excellent people, but yeah, it was a blast. Phil's Treehouse. What is up? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys rock today. You actually, but there's 80 likes on this video already. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, you guys.
Well,
Guys
I got
rock.
a question for him.
Thank you.
Everybody else got the question. I got one.
Excellent. Go ahead, Jeff.
All right, Trevor. What got you into Animal Man and Stargirl and all DC characters that you like?
Animal Man. I'll start with Animal Man, and it's Travis, not Trevor.
Trevor. Yeah, I do have one.
Animal Man, I got into because of the Jeff Lemire run. I fell in love with that series. It's only 26 issues. I utilized my library for any like trade paperbacks and that. I go check them out. In Canada here, we can go on the site and find a bunch of just trade paperbacks and be like, you know what, get this one shipped to my library and I'll pick this up. I seen it at my library. I picked up volume 1, decided to read it, fell in love with how different of a character this is. It's in the DC universe, but it feels different. It's in that whole dark side of the universe where like Swamp Thing's at and John Constantine is at. And I found out a lot more about even Swamp Thing by reading Animal Man, and found out about the Parliaments, how Animal Man is the avatar for the red, Swamp Thing is the avatar for the green, then you have the Rot, aka the black. One can't live without the other. And I just found it quite different. It was a character I did not know that much about, and then made me want to go check out Grant Morrison's run. And I fell in love with that series too. I have that right here.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
And he's just a unique character. Like he's like a C-list character that is new to me. Like, because I'm a guy that likes the characters from the DC universe. I like the Marvel movies and that, but I gravitate more towards the DC characters for some odd reason. I prefer them over anybody else. And this was a cool C-list character that I fell in love with him and his family, because it's like a family-oriented type of book as well. Because it's not just him being him, it's about his wife, it's about his daughter, it's about his son, how he juggles that with being a hero at the same time and being the avatar for the red.
Right. Cool.
You know,
and Stargirl, it was as simple as the Stargirl TV show. That's how I fell in love with her. And then I went back. At the time, I had the DC Universe app, and I read all of her first, the first run that she ever had. And then I got the first appearance of her.
Yeah. Do you got it there? Yeah.
I got it right there. The first appearance of Stargirl's right there. And then this is the first published work by Jeff Johns.
Nice.
And then, of course, this is because her first appearance is her becoming the Star Spangled kid. This is the
Right.
first time she becomes Star Girl.
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
So it doesn't matter how you got into a certain character, and that as long as you got into them, you went back and you fell in love with the stories that were being told. And like you find out that like Stargirl was created by Jeff Johns and named after his sister who died in a plane crash while she was young. So he named that character and modeled her after his sister. So it's kind of a story there, and that's why DC will always let Jeff Johns have his way with Stargirl, because that's his character. That's the character he created in that, and such a personal attachment to that character as well, with it being named after his sister.
Wow. Oh, man, you really got into the details. Fine, that's awesome.
I got another question.
Go ahead, buddy.
What is your earliest remembrance of buying a comic book, if you can remember what it was and the story behind it? Mine, was being birthed and coming out with a comic book in my hand with my legs crossed, leaning back, reading it. So, what can you tell me about your first, your going back to the earliest memory of comic books?
Well, I didn't own these comic books. I remember the comic books that I did remember owning, and that it was more because I feel like it was because I got car sick, and they came with Hubba Bubba gum in them. I don't know if those comics ever came, and like they have 3D sometimes. I don't remember the name of the comics in that, but I used to always read those on car trips and chew gum because I'd always get car sick. I do.
It was probably gum.
But I do remember like reading Shadowhawk. Well, not reading Shadowhawk, but like looking at the pictures when I was in the supermarket. Whenever like comics were in supermarkets, and I know all my friends like the Spawn and stuff. I was a little scared of it. I was just like, scared of it. Shadowhawk was a little bit lighter for me, even though he's breaking people's backs. I didn't know that. They was breaking I just thought they were bending. I didn't know any better as a kid. So I just like the art from the Shadowhawk books and that. So that's kind of nostalgic for me. That's why I started getting a bunch of Shadowhawk books in my collection. I don't have any near me right now, but yeah. But other than that, it's just those random weird comics. I think some of them were Captain Planet comics. I guarantee you some of them were Captain Planet.
Yep. Nice.
So
Planet comics.
I got some questions.
Go ahead, buddy.
I get quite nervous, and like I get palpitations about, is my questions controversial? Should I ask it or not? And I go who's there watching in things know how nervous I used to be and quiet and just sit back and not say much because I didn't know how to break through with the conversation. And sometimes you really just got to say, shut the fuck up and let me speak. And it feels hard saying that sometimes, but sometimes you have to say what you want to do. So I worked out, because I think I've seen your name, but I can't remember if it's from when I was modding for Wink Inc. But I can't remember. But I had a nosy and I found out it's Travis, because I saw you was posting the other week about some mystery boxes from someone, and I still couldn't see the listing for. I was nosy, so I'd look. I couldn't see the listing for these mystery boxes, so I found. Cut a long story short, I saw that you put some money in on for that Jennifer or whatever on the accounting of that, and it showed your name for Travis. Couldn't see this other person giving money of like 350 because I was nosy. I like to see that money goes from these mystery boxes, because that's a P for me, that people do mystery boxes, say they're going to charity, and it does actually happen. But so my question is, we've got these I'll say it, stupid awards for comic channels. How do you feel? How many of us did you know about before you come on? Before Robert asked you to come on the show?
How many of you guys did I know prior to this?
Yeah.
Just the name of it. It doesn't matter about knowing us. how many channels did you know of? Doesn't matter if you knew none of us, because there's so many channels out here. We're all in our little nether regions.
I don't hang
when I
out with
started
nobody.
YouTube, like how many channels did I know prior to making YouTube, or know now?
No. How many before you come on this show tonight? Did you know any of us? Did you know M3 Lions Information Booth? Did you know Cantonese Comic Kid? Did you know any of the channels?
I did know Cantonese Comic Kid. I did know Puff. I do know every, like, the only two people are you and White Glove.
Yeah. That's right.
What?
I know.
You didn't know Robert?
That's
You don't know
damaging.
me?
I can't believe you didn't know what Mr. White
Well,
was.
I know Robert. I do
I'm
know
kidding.
Robert. Like, that's what I said. I don't know. I don't know Martin, or I don't know White Gloves.
My reason of this question is, it doesn't matter who you know. There's so many of us out there. You can't know everybody. But someone brought up this stupid idea of making these comic book awards that kind of segregated no end of comic channels and no end of people like. We have a great lady called Christina Payne, big up to her, and Las Cruces. And they spend a lot of time supporting us in the background. And they didn't have to be mentioned on these awards. And it's congratulations to yourself getting an award, that's good. But they don't realise whoever set those stupid awards up, and I will say they're stupid, because they segregated no end of us channels and left a lot of good channels out. And doesn't mean that me with my stupid 471 subscribers, they don't care about me. I get
You cut out at the end there. I couldn't.
Yep, the man got him.
Can't hear you. Fix your mic. You're on a roll.
Stupid earphone. It's gone flying now. I'm pissed off of it.
That's a lot. That's a mouthful. That's a mouthful, Martin.
The segregators left us out. Did you realise that in your own little circle that this happened or not?
Well, I know that the channels have been growing, because like I've been nominated 3 years, and I know that there is a tight knit circle in that, but it has been growing out, and there's been new people getting in. It needs to be shouted out a lot more in that, and people getting more involved in it rather than dismissing it, because the people that dismiss it too much and that push it aside are complaining that people can't be like, oh well, they're not including these people. Well, you got to shout it out. You got to bring it to that channel. You got to bring it to other people's channels instead of dismissing it, and that way it can grow rather than stay in that small little circle, because that small little circle has been growing.
Wouldn't you say that's like CG saying that this is our way of grading? And we don't
know. I haven't been paying attention to the CGC stuff.
No. CGC is, this is our way and this is how we check things out. And you've just said there, this is coming into our circle. Well, sometimes there's a bigger circle. There's lots of little circles. There's lots of bubbles.
We wanted to be a huge circle, and that I was just agreeing that you said like it's a small circle, but they want to get it bigger.
Who's they?
Brian LCS and all of the people that are helping behind the scenes for the CBC Awards.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Let me get to the. There's a couple questions in the chat. I've been saving them on the side for Travis.
There's a bunch of questions.
Yes, I know. And so first, let me go back up to right. There was.
John asked the first one. John's comments.
A lady actually did, and I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
I got John queued up right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Here we go. Here you go, Travis. Question, Travis. What are some of the earliest movie watching memories? Movies that stuck with you?
A lot. I would have to say one of the movies that really stuck with me as a kid was Small Soldiers. I love that movie growing up. I love the characters in that. Wanted to own the figures, but I couldn't find them. Go and try to find them now, and they're worth like $300 to $400. And you're like, no, I'm good. But that really stuck with me. Us pretending to be the characters. Another movies that really stuck with me. We used to do these kind of like movie nights at my buddy's house, where he had some family that came, some of his cousins and stuff. And I always remember watching like Rock-a-Doodle-Doo. It was like,
oh my goodness!
I remember that movie, Oliver and Company. I used to always love watching those. Those are some of the earliest memories I can think of, with gathering with some friends and watching like movies that I still remember to this day. And of course, one that really stuck with me until recently, I thought I was a wimp for thinking it was a scary movie when I was a kid. But that was The Wizard of Oz 2, The Return to Oz.
Okay.
I was scared crapless when I was a kid watching that, and I always thought I was a wimp until I revisited it. And I was just like, yeah, this movie's scary. Like, even as an adult, you're just like, what is going on in this movie? Like, that's scary for a kid to watch this. Like, what's going on here? And then, of course, Neverending Story was a huge movie as a kid as well.
Right.
That's the one with the flying dog with the big ears, right?
Yeah, Falco.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm still here, by the way.
Yes, good. Where is it? Trying to get caught up here. Sorry, guys, I'm getting there. All right, get back to the awards thing. Are you getting all that, Martin, in the chat with the awards thing? I've been putting them up there slowly.
It's just sometimes people feel left out, and it's not me. I don't care about it. It's just trying to see what other people think of it. That's what my curiosity is.
I would like to nominate myself for this year for the Titus Underwear Award. Just putting that out there. So y'all vote on me. The Titus Underwear Award. So.
Okay, here's one for you, Travis. It's from Simi. Thank you for being here, Simi. It says, Travis, what are your goals for your channel?
Well, as of right now, I'm just going to try to get to 4,000 hours of watch hours. It's just a goal that I can get to now that I'm still monetized. I'm just at that first tier where I can get membership and super chats. So I'm not at the full one where you get ad revenue as well and you can control where you put the ads. But I do want to try to make this Wednesday show that I'm going to be doing. I want to be able to gather good people each week. I'm going to have topics prior to it, like probably post them on IG and my YouTube stating like, these are the topics that I have listed and that I'll gather pictures and stuff. So I want to kind of grow that live bigger and have some great conversations about current news, whether it be comic or pop culture news on that channel, and try to be as positive as we can, because there's a lot of negativity with talking about certain things that are happening in pop culture, or happening with this comic or that comic or this movie and that movie. So I want to try to keep it as positive as we can, but of course it would be realistic. There is going to be a little bit of negativity.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, usually is. Yep.
And
it's one of my favorite movies. So.
And you are from Canada. Hey.
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that.
See, yeah, I'm from Canada. I'm from. Actually, it's a funny story. I like to tell people this, that I am an hour later than Eastern. So as far as you can go in Canada to the east. So Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island are all Atlantic time zone.
Yeah.
So and then with Newfoundland, it's a half an hour later than us.
Have you ever heard of a place up there called Polar Pressing?
No.
Look it up. Polar Pressing. I named that company up there.
Here we got one from Digger Jim. So Travis, it says, question: will we ever see you over in the U.S. for a con?
Yes, I do want to eventually come over to a con. And as Beckerman says, that I'm technically not Canadian anymore. I'm a Kansas Cityan. So I'm just I I still live in Canada, but I'm technically in Kansas because Beckerman and a bunch of other people that live in Kansas City want me to move there. So they're not leaving it up to me. They're saying I live there now. So it's just a matter of time until I move there. But I do want to go see everybody. Heroes Con is a huge con that a lot of people in the community get together and meet each other at. Roscoe's been there, a ton of people, Legion of Comics, Sector 2815, tons of people that I've made friends with throughout this community that I'd love to meet over there, and then eventually go to Planet Comic Con in Kansas City as well to see like Marcus Circumstances in the chat right now. I'll see Bobby Delgado, a bunch of people, Beckerman.
And just a small shout out, the owner of Polar Pressing is in the chat, Jean Paul Ace Peter, for all your pressing needs.
Nice.
I'm from Newfoundland. Oh, nice. I live in Prince Edward Island, so I'm like right next to Newfoundland.
Just a rowboat away. So do you set out on the shore during the winter and watch the icebergs float by? I'm serious about that because Gene has told me about the icebergs coming down through there, and they are huge, huge. So, do you watch them or no? No, okay. I've never seen an iceberg. I find that intriguing. I'm hearing.
Yo, buddy, Nostalgia Podcast is here. Nice to see you. I have zero. Hey, yeah. It's nice to be noticed, though, once in a while, for as long as you've been doing it. So, yeah. What is it?
John's been here forever.
What's that?
John's been around forever.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's. Hold on. It says. That's for you, I guess. It says. TMNT, I'm mounting Pearl bring by some books and I'll hook you up with some free pressing and cleaning, he said.
Awesome.
There you go. Boom. Look at that. Hook up right away. Thanks, Mike Gloves.
He was lurking in the back. I just had a feeling,
Cool. Oh, nice. Nice, buddy. Cool. Hope you post something on it. I want to see that. Yo, what is up, my man? How are you? So nice to see you. Okay, any more questions, gentlemen?
Yeah,
before we get into some. Go ahead, bud.
What's one of your favorite things that you accomplished? I mean, besides the subscriber count, what was like your favorite moments? Or favorite interactions on YouTube with other community members. Like you have a favorite episode of Behind the Lines, favorite chat with the comic community episode. What were some of your like highlights in your YouTube years on it?
From Between the Lines, I'd have to say our favorite guest. I could speak for Roscoe because I guarantee you this was one of his favorite guests too. Was Kyle Strom, and
cool.
We set him up too. We were like, I don't know how it got asked, but we were like, what's your favorite YouTube channel in that? And he's just like, well, of course, Between the Lines. Between the Lines is my favorite answer. We were like, yes. So that was a pretty good moment. For chatting with the comic community, I got to speak with a lot of great people. Like Bullseye Bob was a great one to talk to. I also Bueller approached me.
Yep.
And asked to be on the show. He'd be like, yeah, I'd be honored to be on your show. So I was like, all right, cool. And then I ended up getting him on for the 50th episode. So that worked out pretty good. Accomplishments, I do feel pretty good about my top 10 TV shows I did. I put a lot of work into that.
Sure.
First time I did like kind of write out what I was going to say. That way I could just like try to think, look over what I wrote down in that, and then just record what I was going to say and have like the trailer of the TV show play over it. I felt really good. Like after I got that done, I looked at it and I was like, I like the look of it. That I feel like it could have been better, and I plan to try to do better next year on that type of video. But I did feel a lot of good accomplishment from that. Another person early on that I had on my channel, when I was just randomly decided to interview writers and artists, I got Trish Forstner on early, like before, like I think the whole Stray Dogs hype was not there yet, and I think it was just like we got her on just before issue 2 dropped, and then had her on live, and that grown a friendship with her. She's really involved in the community. Had her on Between the Lines again. She's been over on another show, Scott Vaughn, SVaughn82's channel, and also donated stuff to C3, the Comics Curing Cancer, that Rob Fat Stacks, Legion of Comics, and TJ Links are part of. So I had a lot of great moments. You never thought, like, especially whenever I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna reach out to these writers and artists and that. What's the worst that can happen? Say no? No, the worst thing that could happen was they said yes, and then you're like, oh shoot, now I gotta plan a show and get this ready. Because when I did that, I reached out to five people. 4 out of the 5 said yes. So it was like Trish Forstner. I know I had Chris Burnham for who did Beast Wars.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure.
I absolutely loved that interview as well, because he brought my childhood back, because that was one of my favorite shows growing up, and he brought that to comic form and did such a great job of bringing the source material to the pages of that comic. So I was able to talk with him as well. I was a little nervous for that one, but I've also talked to quite a few different writers and artists in this community, and I just love how open people are.
Quick question: what do you find that is your biggest challenge of being a YouTube comic collector?
For me, I don't have a comic shop near me, so I can't go. Like, something I do want to do, I will be going to Fan Expo eventually in the future, and I want to go hit up some LCSs and that, and go short box diving. But yeah, like I said, I don't have any comic shops near me, so I have to order my comics online. And that was hard for me at first, because I didn't know the online services. I was using eBay for a while to pick up comics that I wanted to just read. And so once I fell into finding a comic shop that had back issues and new comic book day books, and that was Cap Can Comics here in Canada. Used them for a while, but then I came across another online service. Well, they're more into the community than ever. Chris the Comic Vet's shop, Retro Rocket Comics. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of them. Chris,
I've heard of that. Yeah.
They're here in Canada, in the Cambridge, Ontario area. So I set up a pull list with them, and so I get my comics sent to me every month. But I still use Cap Can Comics for like back issues to find certain comics that I want to like look for. It sucks because I'd rather like be on the hunt and try that, because I've never done that. Being a comic collector, I've never been able to experience that. So it's something I do want to experience in the future. But that's probably the toughest thing for me as a comic collector, is that I don't have a comic shop near me and I have to order it online.
That was my next question. Through your vast wilderness up there in Canada, what has been the biggest find that you have found so far, or have you not been able to find anything like out in the wilderness?
Out in the wilderness, no. Like, the biggest find I found was that slabbed, and it was $80 at
Wow.
the LCS. It's a 9.4, and it's the first appearance of Stargirl. Everything else, mostly like people send me a lot of great stuff, and then that's another thing about this community that's freaking amazing, because like
Yes.
you get people that just send you like the first appearance of Animal Man,
Nice.
or like John's Comics for Kids in the chat sees that you want this comic and it's on your list, and he sends you the first appearance of
Nice.
Static Shock.
Yep.
or you get like the first appearance of the demon. Like Jack's
Nice.
pretty good.
Awesome.
Like, and there's like I'm not complaining. Like, it's not in the best condition. It
Yeah,
doesn't
who
have
cares?
staples.
Exactly.
But it's
It was
a
the
reader
thought.
copy, and it's a copy that I don't have, and I don't think
Big
I'll ever
time.
have it. So who cares about the condition in it?
Exactly
There
right.
is comics that I would want in like a slab and that. Like, I will probably eventually get this in a slab just to preserve like the copy that I have right now, and it doesn't get any worse. But other than that, I don't care about like the condition it's in at all.
Sure. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. I love Strange Adventures, by the way. I collect that one. It's awesome.
Sometimes
Travis, how did you feel when they cancelled Beast Wars?
Oh, I was upset. Like, and they did bring back Beast Machines, but it wasn't good. Like, the story itself sucked. Like, I will admit, Beast Machines, it did have better like CGI graphics with the animation and that, but the story sucked and it was dull. And I just wish there was more of what we knew from the Beast Wars actual series instead of having it, like, because it was pretty dark too. It was bleak a lot of the time on that show. So yeah, I was pumped though that they did bring Rise of the Beast, even though we got very little of the Maximals in there and we didn't get any Predacons. I was happy to see that Rise of the Beast finally made it to the big screen. It did really well, and I think they're going to continue with this story.
Because I was hoping, because when they re-released 2019 brought out the other Beast Wars comics and they cancelled that series, I was hoping they'd get up to the point. Do you remember I can't remember whether it's the Transmetal series where they found Optimus Prime crashed in a mountain, didn't they? Do you remember that?
Yeah, they found like that was season 2 when they did the Transmetals on the Beast Wars TV show.
Yeah, but do you remember when they found Optimus Prime crashed in the mountain?
Yeah, because he went up in space at the end of season 1. And they thought he was lost. Yeah, I remember he was smashed there, but I don't know if he was Transmetal at that time.
No, not Optimus Primal. Optimus Prime. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, that later on, yeah, they showed up in season 3. The actual Optimus Prime and the Autobots, they were in stasis.
Yeah, instead it crashed in the mountain. That's the bit that I meant. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know how much, because I can't remember whether it, because I was in it. Was it mid-90s? Mid-90s. I remember watching it, and I would be about 13, 14 watching it.
Yeah, I used to love that show, and that's the time too. That's the thing about here in Canada is that they weren't allowed. So in America, the show would be called Beast Wars, but in Canada here, they didn't allow the word wars, so they call it Beasties.
Wow.
And I remember going to the store with my mom, and they didn't change like the toys. They all said Beast Wars on the toys and stuff, and I'd go there and be like, oh no, I want a Beastie. I don't want a Beast Wars. I don't know what this is. This is probably a knockoff. So, and that was the time too where they had the VHS tapes came with the toys, and that you'd have like 3 episodes of Beast Wars on that tape. It was good times when that happened. Get a toy and a show. Mm-hmm. Nothing better.
No. Did Canada have Ninja Turtles or Hero Turtles? Because I grew up with mentioned Hero Turtles.
I can't hear. The music is kind of a little loud.
Turn it down. Did you have Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles and Ninja Turtles? Because in the UK we had Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and the comics were in that version as well.
No, we had Ninja Turtles. So they didn't change the words of those. I don't think of anything else that was ever changed due to it being in Canada besides Beast Wars.
Right.
Which is funny because it was made in Canada.
But they allowed Star Wars, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Weird. That's weird. What was it? Back to the chat here. Okay, Kevin. Creators and do this. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Kenneth, what is up? Nice to see you, buddy. Hope everything is well with you. Any more questions, gentlemen, before we continue?
Here later on, I got a question for Puff.
No, that's for me. I'm not the guest.
I still got a question. I'm dying to know this.
Oh Lord, what is it, man?
Okay, blow Puff up. Puff,
All right.
Puff.
Hold on. Okay.
Explain what that is over your right shoulder, staring at you, lurking in the corner.
Catwoman or Static Shock?
Huh?
Catwoman or Static Shock?
No, a little bit further to the right. That is peering at you and staring. Explain who that is.
Well, you got She-Hulk, got Wolverine, Daredevil.
No. All the way to the right. Oh, that's not on your. That's not on yours. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was confused. Dusty Brick Brown. It looked like he was staring at you. I was saying, what is Dusty Brick Brown doing over there staring at Puff? This whole time I've been going.
I knew that's what he was doing. I knew that's where he was going. Sorry.
I said, explain this. I said, okay, my bad. I was an optical digital illusion.
Yeah, it's on the background. Sorry.
Okay, I did not know that. You know, I'm a, hey, I'm old. Give me a dadgum break, man. I thought it was funny though because it looked like you had him on the side of the couch staring at him the whole time.
Yeah,
I said,
like right
what
there.
is-
Yeah.
yeah, when you blow him up, what the heck is he doing in there? Oh, that's cool.
Staring at the camera.
There we go. Good Jim
What's he
Dawes.
meant to change the phone?
I will fade in the background and shut up now.
Oh, you're good, buddy. Oh, good.
But it did. It looked funny. I was staring at this the whole time going, what the heck is going on here? You had a cutout
I got a question,
of him and you
question
carried
for you
him around
later.
the house.
Like, the person
or
can still
something.
stare at us, but they'll ask later, like who it is.
Oh my gosh. I'm just too sweet.
Oh, there's one.
That's a little
Oh,
crazy.
have you seen? I know you're a Godzilla fan, right, Travis?
I prefer King Kong over Godzilla.
I do. I like King Kong too.
There you go.
Um,
That's the answer.
but I'm excited for. I did not get to see -1. Being in a town that I'm at, being small, that it did not come to my theater, and so I was not able to see it, even though I heard that it was the best thing ever from everybody.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, I don't think it's coming to streaming. Last time I heard that they weren't gonna send it to streaming, any streaming service.
No, as soon as it goes for sale, you'll be able to get it. For sure.
Hopefully.
Who's better, Godzilla or King Kong? He just mentioned it. There you go. He's saying Kong. And I
Yeah,
love the
I'm
King
saying
Kong
Kong.
Godzilla movie. I did. I thought it was great. I don't know about what you thought. It just
Well,
the people in it were dumb. It was just cool to see our. Yeah. There we go.
Niggas
Hold on.
don't like that answer though.
I
nah,
know.
I was laughing because of the if you think about it, with the what was it with his breath and Kong's hairy anyway. So
Holy new Travis. I don't know.
I like monkeys more than lizards, so I'm pumped for the new Planet of the Apes movie. That got moved
Oh
up
my.
too. So
I like the Planet of the Apes as well. Excellent.
Since
And-
you said that you was a TV guy, just name off a couple of your favorite shows. You know, without them being in order. Just what's some of your favorite shows that you enjoy?
as of current, I loved Reacher. Reacher was a great show this season. Fantastic. One Piece was a great show. Sandman was fantastic.
That was excellent. Watch it twice.
The Fall of the House of Usher.
Now,
was fantastic. It's on Netflix.
You like that? Okay, I'm still watching that, so it's very slow, very, very slow. But I like the concept of it's so far.
See, Fall of the House of Usher is like a story from Edgar Allan Poe, and each episode is a different story from one of Edgar Allan Poe's. It's just a retelling of the story with this family. It made my top list. I absolutely loved it. He does. Mike Flanagan, he's the director. He's just done a lot of great things, horror-wise, and I like his work.
Agreed.
Yeah, Reacher.
And that's one thing I love too is the name of every episode in that show too is something from Edgar Allan Poe, and sometimes they'll even say it while you're watching it. They'll actually say the poems in there on the show as well.
Yeah,
it's cool.
What else? See, a lot of people didn't like this show, but I did. I liked it for what it was. That 90s show. It's better than what people are giving it credit for. It's not going to be That 70s Show. That 70s Show had 7 great seasons. I know there was 8 seasons, but they had 7 great seasons. And this was only, I think, 10 episodes. So what it did with the show, what they could do with the show, I absolutely did like. They did get a lot of the references right on the show. There's a few things that with the movie store, they shouldn't have had certain movies there, but that's such a minor thing that people just pick on to be like, oh, it's not like the original, but it was still good. Ahsoka was good. Andor was fantastic.
Yeah,
I think Andor was like the best Star Wars thing to come out.
You know what, Travis? Talking about that, one thing you notice watching Ahsoka, the camera, it's not jittery. The camera's not jittery. You're getting full panoramic viewing. Even in the action scenes, it's not all over the place. All of the Star Wars ones I've been watching, it's very jittery. The camera, when you're watching the action, it's kind of frustrating. But continue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Trying to think of what other great shows. Of course, The Boys, Gen V. Gen V was fantastic as well. A lot of people were hesitant on it. They were like, oh, no, I don't want to watch something. It does feel like a CW type of show, but it goes its own way. Actually has a great story. Isn't there for gross out factors. Does it have gross out factors? Of course, but it's still a great story. Ties into what's going to happen to The Boys season 4.
Yep.
But I like the fact that you're following the boys in The Boys. You're following essentially humans. And being like, okay, the superheroes are the bad guys. The people with powers are the bad guys. In this show, you're following the superheroes, the supes, and the humans seem to be the bad guys. But each side does have like a good reason why they're doing what they're doing. And that just in this entire world, nobody's good. It's hard to find a good person in this world of The Boys. I don't think of.
I love The Boys too.
On the Apple side of things, Apple TV, Silo was fantastic. I know people have watched Silo that are just like, we need to know what happens next and go read the books. Ted Lasso was fantastic. John's Comics with Kids would probably agree with that. He dresses up like Ted Lasso every Halloween. Shrinking with Harrison Ford. Great show. It's about Harrison Ford's not the main character. It's Jason Segel, the guy from How I Met Your Mother, who played Marshall. He plays a shrink who just literally lost his wife and is going through the process of dealing with the loss of her, and then also dealing with how he's supposed to reach his patients. And then he kind of steps over the boundaries of his patients and stuff and becomes more involved in their life, and they're getting more involved in his life. It's a very interesting show on Apple TV. But I could go on and on about a bunch of just different TV shows.
Awesome, that was great, man.
Nice.
I think Shrinking 2 was done by Brett Goldstein, the guy that. What's that?
What the deuce? That him?
What up,
What's
people?
Deuce is here? Deuce,
peeps?
what's up?
What's happening?
Sorry, I wasn't going to put your intro in while you was talking. So
No, I don't blame you. Little sneak
What's going on,
appearance.
dude?
What's happening? What's happening, Puff?
Yo, man, I saw you met some of the crew members last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I was hanging with Dusty. That's like the third time Dusty and I've hooked up at a little con somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, the Atlanta Comic Convention is tomorrow from like 11 to 4. Somebody else with the podcast said something about it a little while ago. But I'm not going to be able to go this year. It's my sister's birthday thing, so I got to go do that.
any questions for Travis? I know you know Travis.
Oh, I do. Yeah. So, Travis, you've been doing a bunch of stuff with Roscoe. I know a lot. And who do you have the most fun? Like, not to be persnickety or anything, but who do you like to co-host with most? Who are some of your favorite co-hosts?
Well, of course, Roscoe. I do currently I've only had him as a co-host a couple of times, or had shows that I've done with him. But Cliff, he's in the chat right now. I like Cliff, and Cliff's probably going to be on the Wednesday night show quite a bit because we just vibe good with each other. I'm trying to think of who else, because I don't really co-host a lot of shows with a lot of people. I like co-hosting with Phil. With Phil's Treehouse, and that he does Treehouse Trivia, and that's coming back, and it's every second Sunday, and it rotates me and K-Pop Junkie out as we co-host, and we keep track of the chat and shout everybody out while he's doing all the stuff in the background. So Phil's fun to do it with because he does a little different stuff. Like he has segments that he does, and he turns off his camera, he comes back, and he's wearing something different on his head. May it be a chicken or whatever, like a chicken hat or something like that. And it throws you off for a second, and it's just a lot of fun doing shows with him, especially with his intros. But I'd have to say Roscoe the most, because we just become, like I said earlier in the show, we just become very comfortable with each other, and that it's just two guys hanging out now.
Sure.
So it's not like it's like with some people that you're gonna get into a show with, you're just not sure how they vibe, not sure how they do. But with Roscoe and that, I just don't think about it anymore, because it's just we just do our show.
Yep.
Right.
It's the same with me and VV. We have our Friday movie stream where we just talk movies, and we've been doing it for close to 3 years now, and we're so comfortable talking these films that even if we hate on the movie, we just have a blast talking about it and stuff. So you always find that one co-host that you gel with, and then next thing you know, you're best friends for life, because this is what united you to do these streams.
Exactly.
Yeah. What about have you picked up what's some of your favorite all-time favorite pickups? I might have missed this question, but
He's gonna show it again.
That I did get, I can show some things
Late.
that I've just randomly picked up, and that myself, and they're pretty cheap too. I don't go for high-end keys and stuff. I go for characters I like, and if they're cheap, they're cheap. And a lot of the characters that I liked aren't really sought after that much, so I just pretty good with that. So a few comics here, like this one, Batwoman. Pick this one up for $4.
nice.
Kate Kane as Batwoman. This one, it's a minor key. It's the first appearance of Hunter Zolomon. He wouldn't become Zoom until a year later. But this is the Secret Files and Origins Flash. So first appearance of Hunter Zolomon.
Cool.
That's a cool cover.
Pretty cheap comic. Another character that's not well utilized. He was perfect in Gotham. If you've seen him in Gotham, he's actually going to be our Metamorpho in Superman Legacy. But this is the first appearance of Victor Zsasz.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, Gotham was a cool show.
he froze.
Oh, no.
Come on,
Frozen.
TM. He'll come back.
Frozen up in the Great White. There he goes.
There you go. You froze for a second, buddy. Sorry. There you go.
This is the first appearance of Hush, Thomas Elliott. This is the
Yeah, I like
lead
that.
one.
Actually, I like Hush big time. It's a great
This
story.
is the fold-out cover here.
Oh my God.
White Gloves is losing his mind right now.
I'm glad it ain't a Marvel book.
You knew that was coming.
Nice, buddy. I like that.
So, these characters, I got some more here. This is the second print, not the first print, but this is the second print of Quiver by Kevin Smith. I am a Kevin Smith fan as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Got this for pretty cheap. And then this, even after the news that Amanda Waller was coming into the fold more over at DC, I picked this one up for like $5.
Like it.
This is the experience of Amanda Waller.
Bruce Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a very underrated
then-
book, in my opinion.
Yes. And then just to be weird, this got sent to me though because they found it and they knew I was a fan, but I had to.
Nice.
Digimon.
I used to play that with
And
my
a
son.
Digimon.
I remember when Digimon started.
Also, this was drawn for me by Norin Rad. He changed it up. The Animal Man was part of the New 52. That's where I fell in love with him, with Jeff Lemire's run. There's an Aquaman blank cover. There was never an Animal Man blank cover, but there's an Aquaman blank cover from the New 52. And Norin Rad changed it around to say Animal Man and then drew me this.
Wow. What's that? Come on, guys. Go ahead, buddy. Say it again, Travis.
That's exactly who it is. It's Buddy Baker, Animal Man.
Nice.
And so
Nice.
he drew that for me. Other than that, I also like the minor characters as well. Like
I do too,
Yeah.
John. So I kept it.
first appearance of Miss Martian. So if you've
Nice.
ever watched the Young Justice cartoon, I grew up with the Young Justice cartoon as well. That came on when I was younger as well. I fell in love with that character. And then you got the reintroduction of Raven, but the first appearance of Rose Wilson as well
Wow.
in this comic.
Cool.
So
Very
just
cool.
like the obscure kind of comics. So I just picked these up and they're like literally cheap. They're $2, $3, no more than $5. And I'm loving picking up these comics for dirt cheap. And of course I'm trying to get all of the Animal Man books from the Jeff Lemire run, and those are super cheap as well. There's a few that are a little bit pricey, but all in all, like nothing too serious. The biggest book right now that I am after is a Sandman #1.
Yeah. The book.
Oh, but you got a big book already. I see it in the middle pile of those CGCs. That THORO.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Also the first appearance of Doomsday the
Doomsday.
9/8.
Yeah. Awesome.
So.
Nice.
Of that, and then the other books from like the Sandman books are hard because like you want to. The one that I definitely want the most is the Sandman #1.
Sure.
Second is like the second comic is Sandman 25, and that one doesn't go for very much, even though there's going to be a TV show over on
Right.
Netflix about the Dead Boy Detectives, because Sandman 25 is the first appearance of the Dead Boy Detectives. But the other big comic that is in that run, I think, would be the first appearance of Death.
Yeah. Yep.
That goes for. I think that almost goes for more than what issue 1 goes for.
It does. Yep. I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's her first appearance is actually in Captain Atom. I can't remember the exact issue though. And it's the exact same death as from the Sandman universe. The one where Captain Atom looks like he's being crushed by a giant, like, cylindrical boulder. That's the cover, at least.
John. Yeah, of course, John. Yeah.
Well, you got the one that cost the most. Like, and that's probably the thing too. Like the one that you're talking about, like the first appearance in that Captain Atom book, probably goes for a lot less than the one that they state is the first appearance in the Sandman.
Yeah,
book.
I don't doubt that at all.
Excuse me. Exactly. All right. We're gonna show some books. You guys, Travis has been showing books. Anybody have any books or anything they want to show?
Oh, I got a crazy haul. I'm just going through stuff.
Oh, look at that! I do have a Shadow
There
Hawk
we
book
go.
signed by
Look
Jim
at that.
Valentino.
Nice.
Yeah, if y'all want to see some posters, I got a bunch of posters that I bagged up and getting ready to put away.
Are you good on time, Travis?
I'm great on time. I don't have anything to do today.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Monty. I know you're tired, buddy. Go ahead.
Let me get back over here and move my tables in range. Okay, this right here, everybody's been staring at. This is a 1977 Star Wars poster by Hillebrand. Original poster.
Nice.
Then I collect these promo posters from the comic shop. I get them all now rolled. These are some of the ones. There's a Iron Fist.
Wow. Like it?
Here's a group here. It's what is it? Black Panther. And the I'm looking at Agents of Wakanda. And like I said, I put all these in Mylar. These are all Mylar bagged posters. I'm a big poster collector too. There's a nice one. History of the Marvel Universe. And let's see here. Here's the 80 Years of Marvel. It's a nice little poster right there.
That's a cool one.
And these are my newer ones that I have because I've already bagged up all my old ones. So I'm just kind of, I had about 400 I had to bag. So there's Monsters posters. And some of these are kind of hard to. Here's a Symbiote Spider-Man.
Nice.
It's a nice one. What I'm going to do, this is land. What I'm going to do is probably take these and roll them up and take them to cons and get the original artists when I find them, get them to sign them. And that way I'll have these signed. And that's probably the only thing.
I thought you didn't sign anything.
I will the posters, but I want my books.
That's a cool one. I like that.
Here's Mary Jane, the amazing Mary Jane. Now that's a nice one. She's ready to go out on the town. And then we got Spider-Man 2099. I bet I've got a lot of posters I've collected all the way back from the 70s. A lot of 80s posters. Here's one that if y'all watch The Hunt, this is behind Buckshot. Or Boston Chris, what you call him. Here's Deadpool sitting on a throne on a dragon's nose.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay. Here's the Fantastic Four. Nice little.
I like that. That one's nice too.
Here's the Sentry. And this is a nice cover of Steranko. Is my color right on this?
Yeah, so far, yeah, it's coming out pretty decent.
That's a nice one. Right there.
I got a poster to show you a little later. Not right
Sure.
now, but you're gonna hate me as soon as I pull it out.
I doubt it. Jealous maybe, but not hate you. Oh, I like that one, dude. Oh,
Yeah,
Monty, I like
little
that.
group.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you're gonna like another one in here too. Let's see here. Here is a big, huge Deadpool poster.
Oh yeah, cool.
Wolverine in it, and Psylocke.
My queen would like that. She likes anything Deadpool.
Then this. I really like this poster. This is Symbiote Spider-Man, Hobgoblin. I mean, look at
That's
that.
cool.
That is a nice. That'd be a good backlit poster.
Yeah, that's a really cool one.
I do collect the Marvel movies.
Ladies, got a question for you while you're showing the posters there. She's
Yeah.
saying, how does one come across these posters? Question mark.
I get mine directly from distributor Diamond. I go through a contact, and these all come were free that were given to me at the comic shop. They're all promotional posters that the comic shop get in. They're folded. The ones I get now aren't folded; they're rolled, and I get 4 to 5 a month. And the other ones just out in the wild, you find them and everything. And,
Nice, Monty.
pick 'em up, and the condition is a lot. Conan. And another Deadpool poster.
She's asking, how do you store them?
I store these, the rolled ones I roll up. They're in Mylar rolled sleeves, and they're stored in cardboard slip containers. And these right here are stored flat, completely flat in map drawers. Sort of like what the architects use to put their plans in and everything,
Right.
or their as-built and stuff like that. There's an Iron Man book. Or book, poster.
That one's cool. I like that.
And here's a Doctor Doom. These still have to have backboards put in them. I have acid-free backboards that I get from the local wholesale paper place. They were able to order sheets of acid-free backboard that they cut for me, and I put them in there. And
Ladies saying he's got a museum dedicated to Marvel somewhere in the middle of Texas.
yeah, I'm in a what is
It's a barn.
Yeah, it's a 30 by 45 foot barn right now. That's my studio and my collector. Here's a Thor. But one thing you need to understand, if you get into posters, it takes a lot of room. A lot of room. There's the Amazing Spider-Man. There's another 29. And let me see. We got Peter Porker here.
Yeah, the Spider Ham. Sweet.
Nice.
Oh, and well, I guess I had, like comic books, I do have doubles.
Yeah.
Oh God, it never stops, and it starts with a poster. X-Force.
Nice.
That's a cool one.
Got Domino on the cover there. I like that. That's cool.
And of course, a double.
Of course.
Of course. Strike Force. I got the original action figures of these in the case the whole group, Strike Force.
I just picked up that number 1, man. That's a really cool looking concept. I wish that they would have done something with that.
Yeah.
Then we got this poster right here. Empire. But yeah, like I said, I've been collecting these for a long time. I got some good old posters.
That one's cool.
There's the Eternals. This is the one that the last thing that I think Neil Adams did for the Fantastic Four. There's the Silver Surfer. And
Sweet. No, it's not supposed to be laying down. You kidding me?
and here's Valkyrie.
Yeah.
And you got Amazing Spider-Man again. I'm almost through.
Yeah.
And you got Iron Man. And these are fun to pick up, and eventually, probably years from now, people will be looking for these, and they can just come visit my museum.
Right?
You think?
All the story.
Awesome, Monty. That was awesome. Wow.
I'll speed up.
What is that one?
That one is the Marvel.
Or
It was that certain type of art. These are all the different posters that were going to come out, and I got those put up.
Native American.
Yeah, Native American.
indigenous tribe one?
Yeah, I did it. The tribe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll try to speed up because
No, you're good, bud.
there's
I like that.
He's beating up because he's tired, not you.
Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm not my Mr. White Glove self because I was out real late last night, real late working, and I like to not woke up to do the show. I just kind of there's some X-Men Legends, but a lot of people have seen these in the comic book shop. And
Oh, there's a cool one. I take that one off your hands. I could. That would be awesome. Monty, come on, man, you're killing me.
and
Isn't
You
he
said you would
always
like one of them.
Always.
Isn't he always killing us like all the
Yeah,
time?
pretty much.
I did pick up. You know, I just thought about it. I did pick up a bunch more Journey into Mystery books, but
Did you?
yeah, I did. I forgot about those. That's been a while back. Here's a nice little Spider-Man with fire action in the back.
Wow, your storage for these storage must be just immense.
Yes, I mean it takes up a lot of room, guys.
How many posters are in your collection now?
I know I'm over at least over 1,100 posters.
What?
Wow.
Jeez. 1,100? Oh, I like
Yeah.
that one too. Nice cover. Oh,
Yeah, that's
man,
a great one. Love
Yeah.
Marvel Fanfare.
love that.
That's a cool one too.
And like I said, I have all the movie posters from Marvel except for the Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and there's one more that I'm missing.
That one's kind of a cool cover too. I like
And
that.
the posters, the movie poster I got are the marquee posters, the
Right.
40 by 27, and they're double-sided. That mirrored back, and they're made for the marquees to where they're the exact same posters that come from the movie theaters that they put in the marquees outside.
Right.
So all I like is those two posters to have every Marvel movie poster,
That's cool.
and they are all archived in storage in Mylar rolls and put up.
Naturally.
Here's one with my backboard in it, so you can tell this has got a backboard. And that's it. I still got a bunch of bare ones over there to bag and put up, bag and board. I'll be working on that probably late tonight. And this table that's on is probably a 9 foot by 4 foot table that I found at a fabric store place that was going out of business. And this line right down here is where they pull the fabric over, and they took the scissors and cut right down the line. Makes a huge, nice poster table.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's my stuff.
Cool. All right. So I got 3 I brought today's special for today. Boom. So big shout out to Brad Mathis. He's on Beta Rate Jim's auctions periodically, and he had some books on there that I needed in my collection. These are absolutely stunning. So this is Detective Comics 373, and this came out in 1968. This is the second appearance of Mr. Freeze, first mention of Mr. Freeze's name. This is Gil Kane art, and it was. Here we go. Boom. Let me just show you. Beautiful.
Oh, that's a cool one. Yeah.
There we go. So Gil Kane art, and can anybody out there tell me without? They're probably all going to cheat and look it up. What was Mr. Freeze's real name? I read this book, and it's in there.
I know it's something different. It's not Victor.
Don't say Travis. Don't say Travis. I want the chat. I want the chat in the chat. First one to post it. His real name, Mr. Freeze's real name. Gonna get something special.
I was gonna say, I think I know.
First person. No, it wasn't. Southern, you're close. Yeah.
Captain Cold. That's a different character altogether.
Different villain altogether.
Nope. Oh, nope. It wasn't that either. I read this book, and that's not his name. But his name. What's Mr. Freeze's real name? Now everybody's gonna look up Google. Tell me what it is.
Probably.
All right. We'll bring that back.
There it is, right there.
Where is it? There it is. Simi got it.
Yep.
Well, see, I thought you meant his real, like, because he had a different name before he went by that. I thought you were going by that.
Fries.
Yeah.
Yep.
But in that book, because like I thought the first time he appeared was Nathan.
Yep. But his real name, that's what his real name was. His full name was in this. So
I was gonna say Victor Fries, but I like now.
What'd you say, buddy?
I said I was gonna say Victor Fries, but I was like, nah. You know.
Oh, you should have.
Well, and the reason I was pretty sure that's what it was too is because of Gotham.
Right. What's up, Monty?
I was just putting this up there for a picture.
I like it. Galactus
cool.
in the background. Yes, absolutely. All right. So next on the list here was Tales to Astonish, number 66 from 1965.
Ooh,
There's
nice.
got 2 stories in it. The Menace of Madame Macabre and the Power of Dr. Banner. So that's in this particular story. But in the first story, that damn glow. I hate the ring. Let's bring it back.
There you go.
I'm digging that book.
Yeah, so
That's
am
cool.
I. So the first story in here is the Menace of Madame Macabre. Madame Macabre is making waves with the powers of the giant man, and she possesses a team up. She actually proposes a team up to rule the world, but then refuses to care and becomes an adversary. She becomes a villain in this. And then in the Power of Dr. Banner, the Hulk has been captured by scientists, and he is recognized for his power and his true potential. To fire them from to free him from captivity, one of the scientists gives him life to the same as Hulk, Behemoth. And meanwhile, in the U.S., Banner is then considered to be a traitor. So this was actually a good story as well. So that came out in 1965. And then back into the Avengers, number 49. This came out in 1967 by Roy Thomas, one of my favorites. John Buscema actually did this as well. And in this, Hercules in Olympus. Excellent. This is the very first part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Nice.
This is actually a really good book to have. The first appearance of Typhoon as well. So yeah, very cool. Also has something to do with Scarlet Witch, which I like. So anything with Scarlet Witch, I love. So that's my little haul for this week. And like I said, big shout out to Brad Mathis. Thank you so much, buddy. Beautiful. And Gatorade Jim. Appreciate it. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll show this real quick because I'm about to jump off.
Okay, buddy.
But I got this Conan #5 foil variant, and
Nice.
I'm not usually like big into foil. You know, me and Matt made a show clowning all the stuff that's coming back from the 90s about 2 months back. But yeah, they had it at my shop, and you know, I get
Love that cover. Is that a shiny one?
Yeah, it's a foil.
Dude, that foil is beautiful. Man, nice.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take it. And
Like
I
it.
got that.
The guy to the far right of you approves of that book.
Huh?
The guy to the far right of you approves of that book.
Talk about Al.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, this book, shout out to John Novell. He hooked me up with
That's
the first
awesome.
appearance of Chipmunks, man. I've been on the Chipmunk kick ever since I found the first issue at Bat City Comics. So, you know, now I'm on hunt to complete that Alvin series from the 60s. But yeah, shout out to John Novell. He gifted me this. This was like a late birthday gift. And yeah, I got this one at the end of last year, the last Warren magazine issue of Vampirella. This is number 112.
now you just need the Harris 113, and you'll be the end be kind of done.
Yeah, but you know, the prices of that is ridiculous, so I'm not really.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just gonna focus on the main Warren issues. But yeah, I was able to get this one at the end of last year, and it was a really good price. So got that, and one more book I'll share, and that's the one that Jeff AOK'd me, this famous monster.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I couldn't help. I couldn't help, buddy. Sean,
Yeah,
you have a tag on your hat.
it's still there, bro.
I see that.
I had this tag since 1993. This hat is old.
Nice.
You see this pin?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
I had this hat since '93, and I never let it go. Man.
Awesome.
I remember
That's
when I
cool,
first
dude.
posted it on Instagram, people were DMing me asking, "Hey, you selling that hat?" I'm like, "Oh, no, this hat stays."
That's
This
cool,
is
buddy.
childhood classic right here. But yeah, that's all I'm on the show. It
Dude,
was
very
great
cool.
being on. TM, you can hit me up whenever you want. If you want or need me on chatting with the comic community, you know, we could do that. Available on the Saturday to record it. So,
Sean, if you're leaving, please tell the community what you're doing, what you got going, since you're gonna go.
Next week before MegaCon, me and VV, we're gonna talk the Bad Pack. You know, we talked Raw Deal yesterday, and that was a fun talk. So we're gonna do the Bad Pack, some Robert Davi goodness, and then after that is MegaCon. The push for MegaCon is coming. You know, and me and VV, because of that, MegaCon, and then the following week I got a doctor's appointment on a Friday in February. We're gonna do 2 Thursday streams on February, the first 2 weeks, and then it'll be back to our normal schedule. But yeah, that's what I got coming up. There may be a Comic Call Crew episode, but I won't be on that if there's an episode, because I plan on being on the live stream with Super Russ. We're gonna do a Royal Rumble 2024 live stream, and we're gonna watch the event. Hopefully, me, Russ, Jace, and Simply Incredible, we're gonna get together and do a live stream watching that.
Awesome.
So it's
Cool.
gonna be fun next weekend. And
Cool.
so I'm gonna say peace out to everybody in the chat. Peace out to everybody in the panel. It was great hanging out with you guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Good to see you, Sean.
Cool. Jeff, I can see you're dying, buddy. Jeff, go ahead, buddy.
I was gonna show this off to Sean before he left, but since Deuce is here, I finally got the Dark Wolf. Yeah, and it's actually I actually had Sarah and Joe sign it.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
Yeah, so it's actually signed by Sarah and Joe. So
I'm gonna try to find.
and
one
then
of
for TM, King Kong. So
nice.
yeah, Dave Stevens.
those. Oh man, Stevens too, bro.
Yeah.
Very
You know
nice.
that woman would have never been around Kong if she wouldn't have ever used that banana perfume.
I'm saying.
Banana, or look like a banana man. She's wearing yellow too.
Right?
You didn't notice that either. He peeled her like a banana too.
Yeah, he's not infatuated with her. He's looking at her. He's like, that looks good to eat.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, and then since these guys weren't here last week, I got something from VV, Italian edition of Vampy.
Nice.
Yep. And then
Italiano.
yeah, another Italian edition.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. And then another German edition of Vampy by Grant Morrison. So
Can't beat that, buddy.
yeah, and then Sean AOK'd me this a while back, and then now I got the German edition. The VV AOK'd me this one.
Yeah, that's what's awesome about the community. Everybody looks out for everybody, looking for something.
Yep. So the German edition and the and the American edition. Then I have all these she's are all German and German editions. I got all the she's and stuff.
So you chasing
And then
cheese
one-
stuff now?
I've always liked her too. So
Ryan, buddy, what is up? Nice to be here.
then
Harry.
Adam Hughes cover.
When you read
German
those,
edition.
when you read those, Jeff, you need to read them out loud and yell angrily.
Which one?
The German edition ones.
Oh yeah. I used to translate on the phone. It actually does it. It actually translated it surprisingly. Oh yeah. And this translates to "bite me, please." I used to translate it. It actually means "bite me, please." Okay. I thought it was funny.
That is funny.
Cool, Perry. Nice. Next, who's next?
I got a bunch of stuff, dude.
Okay.
Wrong one.
Here we go.
So I pick this. I pick this up every time I see it. So a little darker image action.
So, which ones do you have? Do you have the one, like the ones with the cards?
I do. I've got a bagged edition with the Max. I've got a bagged edition with the Team. And I've got a couple of bagged editions, but I have probably 8 or 9 copies, maybe even 10 of Dark Image.
Hey,
There's
I
that
got
Strike
post-
Force. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
that Strike Force #1 money.
Yeah.
And this is signed. This is a Frank Frazetta Sorcerer, but it's signed. It's not signed by Frazetta though. I don't know who.
Yeah,
that is.
you can tell. By the
Definitely
artist,
not
I think.
Frazetta.
Interior
It's one of the
artist. I
different
think.
artists. Yeah. I completed my What If Volume 1. This is the What If #1. I completed the What If Volume 1 run.
Nice.
Yay.
That's done.
I know.
Beautiful. Congratulations. Excellent.
This is Marvel Feature first team appearance of the Defenders.
Oh yeah.
You know my Defenders. I also found a #6. So I'm missing one book in my Defenders run. Just
Wow,
one.
just one? Which one?
Just one book. #24. And then I also, you'll see a theme here in a minute. This is West Coast Avengers #1. The theme is kind of around this girl right here. I also completed my Marvel Chillers run featuring Tigra, whatever you want to call her, but she's one of my favorite characters. So I completed this run. So there's 3. There's #4.
You said Defenders 24, right?
Yeah, there's 5 issues in the Marvel Chillers run that are featuring Tigra. There's #5. And there is #7. I already had #6. I actually had 2 copies of #6. I'm working on my second What If run, Volume 2. So I picked up some more of these.
Nice.
That first one
I
was
got the
actually
only Marvel comics I collect is the What If.
I have all of Volume 1, and I'm almost done with Volume 2 now. This is just a pretty Catwoman. Couldn't help it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
This is actually the Swamp Thing 1 in 100 Platinum Edition. Had to get that, and I got this for almost nothing. More Swamp Thing. Since you were featuring some Demon, I actually was filling in my Demon run while I was out at Middle Georgia Comic Con. This is Volume #2 from Volume 1. And this is number 4
Deuce,
from the same run.
you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about the Factories 24 no more. I got it for you.
Do you really?
Yep. I'll give it to you. I'll send it. Yep. You're going to be completed with that. It's done.
Going to
Yes.
be complete. Here's some more
I got
good stuff you're going to like.
Oh,
Thank you,
there
T-Man.
you go. See, you're welcome. By the way, this is my favorite here, TM. I love anything with the Witching Hour stuff, DC related stuff.
Also
I
working
love
on
that.
filling in my team up, Marvel team up
Look
run.
at that. Which cover? I love that cover. Oh, man.
I love those early Marvel team ups where they have the bubbles on each side of the title.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
just really
Yeah, like
It's-
Look at
that.
that
cool.
one. Love it. Yeah. That's cool.
And then I picked up another early Daredevil issue I needed, number 41. Picked up some good, clean looking Hulks here.
Ooh, Hulk happy.
172. Number 282.
Well, those bring back memories.
Yep. I'm working on my Avengers run. There's number 66. Number 67 with Ultron.
Send me, make sure you ID me. I got something special for you. All right.
And then that's just a random West Coast Avengers number 14. I always love the anniversary copies. So in a newsstand. So that's just some of the stuff I picked up at Middle Georgia Comic Con.
Sweet.
So,
How was
I-
that, by the way? You're with Dusty
Oh,
and them.
great. Yeah, I was with
Yeah.
Dusty and T-Pain and Barbarian Kung Fu. It was a good
Cool.
time, man. There was a lot of great books.
Very
I
cool.
mean,
What-
there was so much stuff that like it got to be kind of sensory overload, you know?
I said
it was
next
fun.
time Deuce and them come down. I mean, next time Dusty and them come down, you need to come down with them.
Yeah, I
Yes.
need to make the journey. It's only like because
Yeah.
Macon's only like I don't know, almost an hour and a half away from me, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, it's and the drive ain't too bad. And then next time Robert comes down in October.
Anything you want to show, Martin?
Not until next week, fingers crossed.
Okay.
This is his Tigra he was showing.
Yeah. Hold on. That's Deuce's favorite character.
Yeah, Deuce.
One of them. That's one of them. Hey, actually, speaking of which, hold on.
Oh man, you got another Galactus poster there. That one's cool. Marvel Universe. This
You
year, the Marvel Universe.
You mean this one?
That's cool.
Hey, Monty, you mean this one?
Which one? I can't see. Oh, yes. Cool. Yes.
I have one too. You know, I had to find her.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
showed it
anything
to you quite a
Tigra?
while back,
Yep,
and you was looking for one.
I found one. I'm always looking for anything Tigra, anything Hellcat. I love Patsy Walker too.
Okay, we're getting to the 2 hour mark. I got 2 last questions for TM, special ones. So, you ready? Ready, buddy? We'll continue after this. Hold on. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. So, here you go. I don't think corporate, please. What does thinking outside the box mean to you? You pretty much have answered a lot of that in the beginning of the opening statements, but just tell the community.
Just trying not to do what everybody else is doing. Trying to be unique in your own way. So thinking outside of the box, just doing something different, doing something that not everybody's doing, and standing out. I guess that's a good
That's-
enough answer.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. All good. Do you have any inspirational thoughts or ideas for the community as a whole? Mr. One Care. I'm very proud of you, by the way,
Inspirational.
Jeff. Seriously.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. Inspirational thoughts and or ideas. Not really. The community is just great as a whole. It's continuously growing. And people need to, rather than stay in their own kind of cliques, they need to spread out, spread their legs. No, just kidding.
Yep.
Just spread out and be more open with everybody in the community and be everywhere. I know that there's still people that I don't know in this community. I'm still learning some of these people names, like Martin. Didn't know who you were until now. Nice meeting you. Inspirational thoughts. Just be yourself. Like, don't try to pretend to be somebody that you're not. Don't pretend to be like, oh, I'm this type of person. Just be open with who you are, and just let your nerd fandom go. Like, because if I was like, I get a lot of heat. I get made fun of when I'm running around saying, oh, he's talking about Animal Man again. I can just pretend that I don't like Animal Man, but I'm not going to do that. I like the character, and I'll be open and I'll be honest about shows that I like that people do not like. Like, I enjoyed Echo for what it was. I enjoyed that 90s show. Those shows did not get critically appraised by anybody. A lot of people didn't like them. Like what you like. Don't care about what anybody else says, even if they give you a grief time about it. Like, just like what you like. You can't change people's minds on certain things that you like. You're your own type of person, so just be you. That's
excellent.
It's cliche, but it's true.
Bravo. Yep. Excellent. Awesome, Travis. That's fantastic. Right on the cue. Look at that.
I did grab these for what the deuce.
Excellent.
I seen he
buddy.
And both sealed, one with the Max.
Not just like Turok. I must have so many of those in my collection.
I have
one with the Max and one with Blood Wolf. And the thing is, like, the Max series has been confirmed. So the Max series or a movie has been confirmed, and Channing Tatum has taken to Instagram and social media and saying he's super excited to be the Max going forward.
Right. He said that about Gambit too, man. He jinxes stuff.
And then this poster,
yes,
you mentioned you probably have this as well, but this is
nice.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
Nice. Like that hand on there. Nice.
Across the Spider-Verse. It's pretty big. Got sent to me from somebody in Kansas City. I know the owner or the manager of an AMC in Kansas. And then a few cards that I thought I'd bring for a show and tell. This is cool. This is signed. It's a little character from Kevin Smith's cartoon, and it's signed by Kevin Smith. Cool. The fun thing about this is that Kevin Smith does live shows on his YouTube channel from the Scum and Villainy Cantina in Los Angeles. I'm friends with somebody that lives in Los Angeles. Told them about the show. They decided to go. It wasn't very much to get in. It's like $5, and you get anything signed that you want. He was there, and they're filming it. They cut to the crowd sometimes. He's like on Instagram. We're messaging each other. He's like, "Hey, they're gonna cut to the audience in a sec. I'm gonna wave my arms." He cuts to the audience. He's like, "Did you see me?" I was like, "Yeah, I seen you." And it was JD Raging Cajun Comics was at that show, and
awesome.
I seen this card get signed. So not only is it a cool thing that got signed, but there's a cool story attached to it.
Very cool.
Another thing, this was also sent to me with the first appearance, but this is a signed Animal Man card by Tom Mandrake.
Nice.
And then this just got in today. I just recorded unboxing video of this, but this is the Animal Man figure, the gold label from McFarlane.
Nice.
I don't even know they made an Animal Man figure. No.
This is just recent. This came out in January 9th, I want to say.
Wow. He's an underrated character that I feel like a lot of people should check out, man.
Because I always thought he was
cool. I always thought he was cool too.
The more we talk about him, the more he's gonna get noticed. Same thing like our Vampy stuff.
They just made a figure. They were like, "Hey, you know what? Let's make a figure of Animal Man."
Yeah,
I bought a collection. I bought a collection quite a while back in the DC.
Very cool, Travis. Very, very.
And
cool.
I got a whole bunch of those Animal Man books in that collection that I bought.
Yeah, well, Monty, don't even mention it because you're not gonna give them out anyway.
I might, if I run across them, I might show them one.
Travis, Travis, this one's for you. Do you have a question for any of us on the panel today, or any question you like to ask in the chat or on the panel today?
Yeah, this goes out to all of you because I'm curious. What are your top 3 favorite superheroes and your top 3 favorite villains?
Ooh. Mine are in the case back here already. They already know. Yeah. Vampy, Dawn, Hacker Slash, Lady Death, She. Those are all of mine. So they're all back here. And villain wise, well, Venom and Carnage. Those are my first villains that I knew of. Yes. Let's see, and that's mostly it, villain wise. Robert, you can jump to somebody else.
I just froze for a second. I was trying to get it out.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Darth Bane.
Who?
Darth Bane. If you don't know him, you don't know Star Wars. If you heard me, Darth Bane.
Yeah. Darth Bane.
Has anyone read the books about the Rule of Two? He's the one who made the Rule of Two. Does anyone know Bane? If you don't, I'm seriously embarrassed for you.
Are you excited for the Acolyte?
I want to see what it is really. I want to see something for me. Darth Bane, who was dead, he created the Rule of Two. I would love to see something of that era of Star Wars. Get away from the Skywalker side of it. Let's have something new. Let's say old, where there was other stuff going on. I'm liking all the series at the minute in their own little ways. But I'm hoping they don't try and link them together too much like Marvel did with the MCU. Because I still believe the original Hulk movies are still part of the lore, you know what I mean? I hate it when people say MCU. So, you get rid of me then.
Your mic is just muting out on you halfway through the conversation.
It's very quiet. The speakers, this is giving up the ghost to stop working. So.
Anybody else?
I kind of am all over the place as far as favorite heroes. Like Spidey, Thor, and Hulk are probably my top 3. But I also love Hellcat, Patsy Walker, and Tigra. And then as far as villains go, I love Daredevil too, though. So like favorite villains, Bullseye's one of my favorite villains by far. Who else? Bad guys. Who else do I like bad guys? That's kind of tough to say. I like some kind of wonky, weird ones. Like I like Absorbing Man. I always thought he was kind of funky and cool.
Did you like Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? What they did with the Absorbing Man?
I didn't watch a whole lot of that. I got to go back and check it out.
It gets a lot of flack for it. Was still a good show. I enjoyed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Inhumans was trash, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was good.
Yeah, I kind of like Inhumans too because I like those kind of funky, wonky characters. You know what I mean? But I'll have to check it out though. I haven't gone back and checked that out, but I will. Then other favorite villains, God, it's kind of tough. Like I like, Carnage because he's just so maniacal. It's kind of I like the really, really wacky, crazy, psycho, kind of bad guys. Like the Joker's always kind of top notch too. Can't go wrong with the Joker because he's so never know what he's gonna do. And he's so iconic too. I mean, he's hard to. Been so many iterations of the Joker character too. So, and it's funny because I'm not even really a Batman fan, but it's kind of
all right. Yeah, I'll go.
Go ahead, buddy.
I just can't list 3 and 3 because there's some of them that just cross over, but it's a short list. My heroes, which first was kind of a hero and a villain, but it's Submariner. And these are not in any kind of order. Hulk, Silver Surfer, Human Torch, the Golden Age, Captain America, And the villains would be Asbestos Man, Doom, Asbestos Man. That was one of
Never
Human
heard of that
Torch's
character.
Golden Age villains back in the 40s and 50s. Asbestos Man, Doctor Doom. Got to have Doctor Doom. Galactus, Red Skull, and the Orb.
The Orb. Ooh.
Yeah, that's Ghost Rider's. He fought this big giant floating eyeball.
Yep. I remember.
Mine's all over the place as well. But number one will be Silver Surfer, Scarlet Witch, Blade, villains Doom, Morbius, Galactus, Bullseye, Joker, and Lobo.
Yeah, Lobo's a good one. Lobo's a fun one.
I'm missing a couple. I know I'm missing a couple.
Well, I love the big swamp thing too, and I love Constantine.
Yeah, I like
Constantine's
Swamping.
kind of
I like Man Thing as well. Yep.
yeah,
So-
and Constantine's kind of the anti-hero too. He's kind
Yep.
of does whatever the hell he wants to do. He doesn't really care.
He just it's a new series out now too, Dead in America. I read the first
Yeah, I
issue. It
saw
just
that.
came out on Tuesday.
Oh, is it?
It's
I gotta
good.
pick it
I
up.
like it.
Good.
I liked it.
Very cool. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, it's cool to see you, Nerdy. Glad to have you on, man. That's cool.
It was awesome.
Sorry,
I
I
hope
was
you
a
have you
bit late.
back, Travis. This is like open mic day. You just want to spend some time with us and just nerd out with us. It'd be awesome. So
Yeah, I
please,
appreciate that. Appreciate
Yeah,
you having me on.
absolutely. Every Saturday at noon now. We used to be at midnight. So then ever since I switched, now 12 hours the other way. Oh, work schedule.
Definitely different.
Yep. So thank you.
It's like
so
our
much,
conversation.
Travis. What's that, bud?
I said I feel like our conversations have gotten a little more PG-13.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, and we can't show what we normally show.
Yeah, and it just, a
Yeah,
little PG. That's all
Yeah.
good.
we have to put pasties on them now.
Travis, thank you so much. We're going to call it. Anything going on with you guys? This is the time to spill your beans. Who wants to go first?
I will.
All right, buddy.
I'll be here next week. Y'all join in. I ain't got nothing going on. Maybe I'll show some Golden Age books. Maybe I'll show you my Journey into Mystery books. And with that, I'm good to go.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep, I'll be here next week too. Probably a bit late, but other than that, I'll just doing my thing, sorting through books, filing all the time.
Well, working on the idea of top vampy artists that I like and top writers and stuff like that. Top 10 writers. So those are going to be videos coming up. A couple other things, and then MegaCon weekend. So, but that's pretty much it. I got going on. So, and going back up to the Frazetta Museum, but that's pretty much it. Nothing else.
Martin.
I've got my Comic Vantage box, which I unbox on my channel. If anyone, I'm aiming to get to 20 views on that. If I can get to 20 views, I'll be happy. But I think that's the last box Comic Vantage are going to do. I hope not, because Comic Vantage makes some brilliant mystery boxes for $40 delivered, and obviously I get it here in the UK. So
Okey-doke. Thank you, buddy. Travis, buddy. Tell people what you're doing, what's going on in the community.
Well, tomorrow night, over on Legion of Comics channel, I'll be there every Sunday for At Week's End, where we talk about movies, TV shows, and comics that we've read that past week. Everything that's happened in the past week. It's called At Week's End for a reason. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Come over there, chill out with me, Paul, and Mark. Then Monday, Between the Lines, over on my channel, we'll have Circumstances over there, and the art theme of the night is superheroes with dad bods. So it'll be a fun old time over there. So we look forward to see. If you guys want to draw from home, feel free to do so. You can send them to me, and then we show them off at a certain portion of the show. Usually at the 2.5 hour mark. We usually go 3 to 4 hours sometimes on Between the Lines. Then this Wednesday, tomorrow tonight with TM Nerdy, That's me. Fun little talk show. It'll be just a group of people talking about certain topics. We'll probably be talking about the Max, talking about the solicits for the new Spawn book that's supposed to come out. I think I forget what it's called. It's something rat something. I don't know.
Okay.
And then of course we'll probably talk about Jeff Schneider. He's a journalist. He kind of let it slip that things over at DC, like James Gunn's DC universe right now, is kind of falling apart. It's been a disaster over there. So we're going to touch on that because I watched the interview with Jeff Schneider. It's not really what he said. It was, so we'll get into a little bit of more of what's to come on that this upcoming Wednesday. And then, just subscribe to my channel. I will have unboxing video coming as well for what I got from Sugar Skulls. So
Cool.
just subscribe and look forward to any content that's coming forward. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Hang in there. Don't go anywhere. So thank you guys. And thank you, gentlemen. You guys rock as always. Monty must have disappeared. Must have fell off.
He's tired. Yeah, he said he was tired.
He'll be back. So he'll be back. So thank you guys. You guys rock as always. Travis, you were a wonderful guest. Thank you. And what's going on here? Come on, internet. Shouldn't be having this issue right now. Really?
He's a bit slow over the button sometimes, Travis.
What's that?
Nothing.
What did you say? What did you say, Martin?
I didn't say anything about Buffy. Nothing about Buffy.
Nothing about Buffy. I'm not a Buffy the Vampire fan. So I love vampires, but not Buffy.
Morbius.
What?
Morbius,
yes. All right. So thank you so much, community. Thank you for the 91 likes. That's wow. So Travis, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. You guys, everybody co-host today, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Puff, Monty, Deuce, Martin, Jeff, you guys rock it as always. And you, community, thank you so much. And a big shout out again to these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful books. Big shout out to Brad Mathis on Beta-Ray Jim's channel. So thank you, Beta-Ray Jim. Really appreciate it. And big shout out to Mutant Comics, Tim. Again, make sure you go check out his store. And then in the next couple of weeks, going into February, next Saturday show, we'll have We Love Comics. That is going to be a really good show. It'll be interesting. We have Chris coming on. He doesn't do Q&As, so this is going to be awesome, you guys. So looking forward to seeing Chris. So make sure you go subscribe to him as well. Left links down on the bottom. And then we'll have in February, we got Who Dat coming on. Gotta have him on. So we're going to have Who Dat. And then again in February, we're going to have Cliff on Comics. So looking forward to this. Now, Travis, I have to say, that dude, he knows his knowledge when it comes to books. He's very passionate about it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, so big shout out. And so thank you so much. That's pretty much it. That's a wrap. And we will see you next week. Don't forget, you don't know what you'll ever miss. So make sure you check us out on Saturdays. Now that we got that. Peace, love, blessed be. See you next Saturday.